pre-show. Before the freak show. This is his face.
Who are you?
Hello, everyone. My name is V&A Moreno. It was my birthday last week.
Why is that an important detail? Why is that the second thing you say? Wow, it's star producer V&A Moreno making her Texas Football Today debut. Hello, V&A. Hi.
Hello.
Are you excited to be here?
I'm very excited. Very excited. It does not feel real. So
this has been about a week in the making. We've had this on the schedule that you were going to help us out today, because we want to get you some reps in the batting cage, so to speak. When you nod, people can't hear you. To be clear. Okay, well that's helpful too. But we are also a podcast medium too, so just thoughts, little small notes here.
Just thoughts. Thoughts.
Do you want to tell people about yourself? Because you've been on our air before? Maybe. You've been referenced many times. On
referenced, but full debut today.
Okay. All right.
Hello.
So yes.
UNT, we're adding to the team.
Yes.
Go Mean Green.
You went to North Texas. Where are you from originally?
Corinth, Denton area.
You're from Corinth. What high school did you go to?
Lake Dallas High School.
Go Falcons.
Go Falcons.
Okay, great. And so you went to North Texas. Did you intern for us?
I did. I interned for like a year.
You interned for us for a year.
About a year. I did. Okay, so I did I would go do camera for Texan Live, and then what else would I do? I'd also do video editing, behind the scenes, all of that fun stuff. And now my time came to be in front.
Now you're on camera.
Only
you're
for
running
a couple
the
times.
show.
Just for a couple times. Pickle, I'm not the mastermind of Pickle or Hartley yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build you so that one day you can just run them out the paint. I mean, just absolutely run them off the 3-point line and dominate the space. That's what we're looking for. We're trying. You're our developmental project.
They are my mentors. Love them forever. Women.
All right. That's great.
Can you tell I'm a little nervous?
It's okay. Listen, here's the great thing. We've done this show 1,728 times. 27 times. Right? There is no way this will be the worst show we've ever done. That is a promise to you. As someone who's been here for probably 1,700 of those shows, there's no way that this will be the worst show. So, already.
No way.
Top 98%. Think about it like that. But we're going to aim for greatness.
Aim for the stars.
Exactly right. Okay. Now you're the youngest member are you the youngest person on the Dave Campbell staff?
Ooh, Mr. Carter Yates. I think I'm 2 months older than him.
You're 2 months older than him?
I think.
Okay, so Carter's
2000 babies. Oh.
Makes me tense. That doesn't make me feel good. Yeah, a little earlier today you were telling me that I wasn't old, and
you're not old.
The test showed that was a lie.
Greg Powers could be my dad because he has 2 sons that are my age.
Yeah, I think his sons are a little bit younger than you because you're 23. Is that right?
24.
24. You just turned 24.
They're in their
as mentioned in the second thing you said, your birthday was last week. Yeah. Okay. So how can people? Because I know people love the Dave Campbell staff and they want to follow them on social. Do you want to give out your social? Tell people where to follow you on the stuff. Or no, you don't have to.
Yeah, or just _VNA.
Yes.
Literally VNA.
It's pretty good.
Because
your name is spelled VIANEY.
NEY.
And I remember getting an email from you for the first time.
Viney.
And I being like, there is no way I am ever going to pronounce this correctly. And then you looked me in the eye and you go, "Listen, dummy, it's just 3 letters."
No, I didn't.
That's exactly what happened. She
No,
grabbed me
I
by the
didn't.
collar. She threw me up against the wall, and she said, "It's just 3 letters." Yeah. Well,
That's how you pronounce it.
Well, VNA, welcome to the team. Welcome to Texas Football Today. We're gonna rock it today. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay. Now here comes a real test. Hit the theme, VNA. Okay. Close. That's
Pickle!
there. Hit the arrow sign. Yes, y'all, from the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas. It's Texas Football Today, a professional program. We are all getting paid. That's what professional means. My name is Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football magazine, TexasFootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the places, or you'll show us the podcast, which you can subscribe to. Subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting over there at the helm today, making her Texas Football Today debut. Folks, it's your new favorite, VNA Moreno. Hi, VNA.
Hello.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're doing great. Once you
you.
get your hands on the wheel, it'll be fine. It's good. There's a lot of buttons over there. As somebody who go back and watch yesterday's show where I did a solo show and so I was producing it myself. Oh yeah.
You did great.
Well, talking in the microphone, not a problem for me. Technically, oh my gosh, extremely difficult. But we're learning here. That's great. That's for sure. So
That's all that matters.
welcome aboard. Today is Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. It is 296 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to Rick Astley. Do you know who Rick Astley is?
Rick Astley?
Mm-hmm. Do you know who Rick Astley is?
Nope, do not know.
He sings Never Gonna Give You Up. Yeah. He sings the Rick roll. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
He's
that was
58 today. Happy birthday to Rick Astley.
Happy birthday.
It's episode 1727. On today's show, folks, we had some headlines from across the state, including some major college football structural changes that have just come down that we'll talk about from our friend Corey Hogue that's coming down, plus some other news and notes from across the state of Texas. And then back half the show, it's Math Tuesday. All right, hold on. We're going to try. It's everyone's first day. It's your first day. It's fine. Let's try again. Coming in back half the show, it's Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
Fabulous. Excellent. It's Math Tuesday. We are going to break down the toughest new districts in Texas high school football now that realignment has come and gone. VNA, you're already making your impact on the show. This is fabulous stuff. So we hope you'll stick around with us on this episode of Texas Football Today. Now, I have another question for you, VNA. It's an important question. And it's okay if the answer is no. Do we have first 4 through the door?
Ooh.
There's a lot going on over there. We're getting the training wheels on in there. That is, to be clear, one of the least important parts of the show.
Okay.
But we have first 4 through the door.
So we have Daniel Agnew.
Good job.
TJ Hudson.
Absolutely.
Jerry Massey.
Excellent.
And Zilly678.
Nailed it.
Hey,
Thanks.
folks.
Thanks, VNA.
You're
That's
welcome.
great.
Welcome.
This is a hard show to explain to people, and even when you watch it, like as often as you do, because you are one of our most loyal viewers. Our viewership is going to be plummeting because you're not here, you're not watching it. But all that's to say, even though it's hard to explain this show to people and all of the dumb bits that we have. So you're doing great, VNA.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's get to some headlines from across the state of VNA. A few things that we want to talk about across the state of Texas. We're going to start with in the college ranks, where there's a number of pretty significant. It's kind of a lot of the major coaching changes from across the state of Texas, and I would say in the FBS ranks have already happened, at least the head coaches. But there's still, it's kind of filling out your staff season. And so there's a fair number of notable news and notes from across the state of Texas on filling out staffs. We start at Texas State. Texas State has made a couple of changes there. One of them is that they have reportedly promoted their safeties coach, Dexter McCoyle Sr., to be their defensive coordinator. This is a guy they're promoting from within. You remember Jonathan Patke, their defensive coordinator, left to become the new defensive coordinator at Duke. McCoyle is 32, which is humbling. He followed G.J. Kinney to San Marcos after a one-year stint at Incarnate Word, where he was also their safeties coach. The biggest thing was that he helped them become helped Caleb Culp become an FCS All-American in 2022. All right, I'm going to sneeze because this is a really good show.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Bless you.
All right, nailed it. He also played a lot. He has a connection with G.J. Kinney going back to Tulsa, where they played together at Tulsa. But G.J. Kinney has found his new defensive coordinator in Dexter McCoyle Sr., promoting their defensive coordinator to become their next, or promoting their safeties coach to become their next defensive coordinator. Speaking of, so that's a youngster, a 32-year-old. They've also brought in a co-defensive coordinator.
Let's go,
brought in a
girls.
I don't want to say, we'll say veteran. They've brought in Bradley Dale Pavedo to be the co-defensive coordinator and linebackers coach. Most recently, for the last 3 years, he has been the defensive coordinator at UTEP. But Bradley Dale Pavedo is a guy who's been a 37-year coaching veteran. And so they are kind of going with the young gun and the veteran, and as co-defensive coordinators, and trying to make that fit there with G.J. Kinney's staff there at Texas State. But they have found their new defensive coordinators there. This one came down, I want to say, might have been the same day as realignment. But last week, there was the rare, what I would call the Dave Campbell's Texas football special. And that is whenever a Texas high school football coach moves to a Texas college team. And that is what happened as Hardin Simmons has hired Jim Ned head coach Matt Fanning to be an assistant on their staff. Jim Ned coach, this was first reported by our Corey Hogue at TexasFootball.com. He's going to serve as their tight ends coach. Fanning, of course, led Jim Ned to a state championship back in 2020, that kind of heart-stopping win over Jonathan Brooks in Hallettsville in the 3A Division I state championship. He was offensive coordinator for a year before he rose to the head coaching position, and he has been very successful, 58 and 16 overall there at Jim Ned, 4 district championships as well. This is head coach Jesse Burleson replacing multiple assistants there at Hardin Simmons, and one of the guys digging into the high school ranks to grab him as Matt Fanning leaving Jim Ned to become the next tight ends coach there at Hardin Simmons. Speaking of making the leap from the from high school to college, specifically non-FBS colleges, Wayland Baptist has found their new head coach, and that is former Burnett coach Brian Wood. Brian Wood has spent 23 years as a Texas high school football head coach. This is, of course, also reported by our Corey Hogue on TexasFootball.com. He was 203 and 84 most recently at Burnett, leading them. He led 5 teams to the state quarterfinals. He spent 7 seasons at Canyon Randall. He was at Shallowater. This is a guy, but most recently he was the head coach there at Burnett for the last 3 seasons. So Burnett now looking for a new head coach, as Brian Wood leaving to become the new offensive coordinator at Wayland Baptist. A big move there. Elsewhere across the state of Texas, especially in the college ranks, and I want to make sure we mention this, but there was a big transfer that came about just today, and that is confirmed, I believe, first reported by, who first reported this? Oh, Javi Cardenas at Birds Up. Our friend Javi Cardenas at birdsup.com reported this first, and that is that UTSA has landed a commitment from former 5-star cornerback Denver Harris. Denver Harris, you may remember from being on the cover of this magazine a couple years ago, the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising magazine, when he was a 5-star cornerback at Galena Park North Shore, signed with Texas A&M, played his freshman year at Texas A&M, ran into some, I believe, disciplinary issues. I don't think there was ever legal issues, but I believe it was just disciplinary. Yeah, he was suspended for violating curfew, and then he had a locker room altercation. He transferred to LSU, missed the season opener because of a fight he had in camp. Started 3 seasons, but then was absent for the final 5 games for undisclosed personal reasons. He's now going to transfer, be on his 3rd school in 3 years. He's going to be going to join UTSA. I will say this as somebody who knows Jeff Traylor. Jeff Traylor will not suffer fools, and so he must be pretty confident that this is the kind of guy that has gotten his head on straight recently. But Denver Harris, the 5-star cornerback, is going to be transferring to UTSA. That's a pretty big pickup there for UTSA as well. We mentioned this off the top. This just coming down on TexasFootball.com from our Corey Hogue. He is reporting that sources are telling him that the American Southwest Conference is going to go to a little bit of an interesting scheduling format moving forward. You may remember that the American Southwest Conference is leaving is kind of hemorrhaging teams right now. Sul Ross State is leaving for the SCAC, which is restarting football. Texas Lutheran and Austin College were affiliate members, but are going to remain in the SCAC. And McMurray announced their decision to join the SCAC as well. That's the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference. So as a result, the American Southwest Conference is going to need some teams. But one of the things they're going to do, apparently for 2024, according to our Corey Hogue, is that they're going to adopt the double round robin format, which means you're going to play every team home and away twice each year. So you're going to go 2 there, and they're going to come to you this season. It is an interesting situation, which means that teams like Howard Payne have got to go find another non-conference game. They're trying to make chicken salad out of chicken. Do you know what? They're at the American Southwest Conference. They're struggling right now. So keep an eye on that. But the American Southwest Conference is going to use according to our Corey Hogue, going to use a unique conference scheduling format heading into 2024. And then I want to get to a couple of high school coaching changes. We talked one of them, but one of the biggest coaching jobs that has been open recently has been San Angelo Central. San Angelo Central, big job out there in the little Southwest Conference, District 2-6A. And they have found their next head coach. It is a name that you may know from the college ranks, and that is Mark Smith. Mark Smith is going to be the next head coach of the San Angelo Central Bobcats. He was most recently an analyst for the Oklahoma Sooners. Now, I don't know what analyst means. I'm just going to be honest. Whenever I hear that, I kind of glaze over. I'm like, oh, okay, what would you say you do here? But he's on the staff there at Oklahoma. Before that, he spent 2 seasons as a linebackers coach at Colorado. He spent a year as the defensive coordinator at Long Island. You may remember Long Island as the team that Baylor played in non-conference this past year. And then he spent a couple years on staff at Arkansas and some years there at SMU. But he is no stranger to the high school game. He was LD Bell's head coach for 3 seasons from 2011 to 2014. He's got some. He's from that part of the world. He's kind of. People are going to be mad at me. He went to Abilene Cooper. I understand the big country is not the Concho Valley. Save your tweets. I've been doing this long enough. I understand that. But he is from, the western part of the state. But he is going to get an opportunity to be the head coach at San Angelo Central there, as they have a new head coach in Mark Smith taking over there at San Angelo Central. Big job, big expectations there for the Orange. But we will see what Mark Smith can do as he's the new head coach of the San Angelo Central Bobcats. And that is all the headlines that I have. Good segment. We are Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Hope you'll consider going to TexasFootball.com/subscribe to become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. You get 3 magazines, including our legendary summer magazine, mailed to you before it hits newsstands. You get a year of Dave Campbell's Texan Live, our streaming platform, exclusive access to TexasFootball.com stuff, our archives. We have all of our magazines archived. I don't know. You get to help me pay my mortgage? TexasFootball.com/subscribe.
Please donate.
Next Wednesday is Valentine's Day. Get your lover the gift of football at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.
Love.
Coming up here in just a moment, Math Tuesday, we're going to break down the toughest new districts in Texas high school football. But first, a word from these valued partners.
I feel like bustin' loose, bustin' loose. Come on, get on up. Oh yeah, get on up. Bustin' loose when you wanna sing. Bustin' loose, baby, do your thing. Talking about bustin' loose, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Potter, Executive Director of Be Well Texas. Too many people are struggling alone these days, and alcohol and drug deaths are increasing. We started Be Well Texas to offer high-quality, science-based addiction treatment and recovery services anywhere, even at home. We provide compassionate, caring support virtually or in person. In many cases, there is no cost for treatment if you don't have insurance. Really. Welcome to Be Well Texas. We're glad you're here.
Wing is the largest residential drone delivery provider in the world, delivering to your home in less than 30 minutes. Order using an app just like other popular delivery services, and Wing's automated drone takes care of the rest. It's fast, safe, and sustainable, and it's now delivering to parts of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. You can learn more at wing.com/TexasFootball. Again, that's wing.com/TexasFootball.
Born and bred in Texas hits a little different, as it should. Texans love doing business with fellow Texans. VCR Now takes its Texas roots as seriously as its many partnerships with schools and universities around the state. It's also why we're so proud to promote our brand in the pages of the Texas Bible, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and on the airwaves of Texas Football Today. Driven by producing quality broadcast video, state-of-the-art audio, and LED video scoreboards at affordable prices, VCR Now makes sure to listen to your needs in its athletic department before recommending the next best steps. Building great products is our business, and it's our focus on building meaningful, long-term partnerships with our clients that sets us apart. From our 24/7, 365-day help desk, the training lab in our hometown of Red Oak, or our sports marketing business plan that puts money back in the hands of our athletic departments we support, VCR Now is built to last. Reach out to us today at info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW. Again, that's info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW.
Welcome back to Texas Football Today. I'm Greg. That's VNA. I just want to make sure everyone knows VNA Moreno is our producer today. We're giving her shine today.
Shine is on.
And VNA, I know that you're a frequent viewer of Texas Football Today, correct?
I am.
You are.
Yes.
And so you know that on Tuesdays we celebrate Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday here on Texas Football Today. It's baby's first Math Tuesday.
Baby's first Math Tuesday.
You did it. We're here on Math Tuesday, which is one of the most celebrated segments, I think, in the world. Let's, your mileage may vary. And obviously, one of the great things about UIL realignment is that UIL realignment is functionally a data dump, where the UIL at 9 a.m. on February 1st says, here is a ton of data. Go. And there's a lot of ways to slice and dice it. Obviously, we've spent a lot of time talking over the headlines about teams that are shifting regions, teams that are changing classifications, this, that, and the other. But I wanted to dive a little bit into the numbers to talk about what we all like to talk about, which is the districts of doom. The toughest districts in Texas high school football in 2020, heading into 2024. And so there's a couple of different ways to slice it, right? Because I don't think there's one necessarily metric that would tell you this is the toughest district in the state. Now, if you're looking for one, you could just say, well, which district has the most state champions? That's 11-6A, Duncanville and DeSoto in the same district. And I think there's going to be a tendency for people to say, boom, done, that's the toughest district. I'm not saying that's not the case. What I am saying is, what if there were a variety of different ways to slice it, and what if there were a number of ways to determine what the toughest districts in Texas high school football are going to be heading into 2024? So what I did was I took the new districts, and I looked back on these teams that are now comprising these new districts and what they did in 2023, right? So this is based on what these teams did in 2023. The first metric we're going to look at is which districts, plain and simple, won the most games. Which districts won the most games in 2023? And maybe that's a little bit of a surprise, but the answer is District 4-6A. District 4-6A, with Byron Nelson, Euless Trinity, Hurst LD Bell, Justin Northwest, Keller Central, Keller Timber Creek, Northwest Eaton, and South Lake Carroll, they won a grand total of 68 games in 2023. 11-6A comes in second. They won 63 games. And then you've got 4 districts that are tied at 62 games. 3-5A Division II, that's the Argyle, Colleyville Heritage, Mansfield, Timberview, Grapevine District. 23-6A, no surprise there, Galena Park, North Shore, Humble, Summer Creek, 2 teams that made the district the state championship, plus Sheldon C.E. King, Atascocita, tough district. 15-5A Division I, this one surprised me. PSJ North, Weslaco East, Corpus Christi Flower Bluff, Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial, Harlan South, they won 62 games. And then 15-6A, I think a low-key tough district, kind of the smushing together of Magnolia with the Klein and Tomball schools. They won 62 games in 2023. Now, allow me to start with this. I don't think this is the best metric to measure the best districts in Texas high school football, simply because there's varying numbers of teams in each district, right? There were 9 teams in district in the one at the top of that district, which was 4-6A, I think it was 4-6A, when there were only 8 teams. Yeah, look at that, in 11-6A. So that's not quite fair, right? I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily, it tells you that there's a lot of teams that won a lot of games in 4-6A, but it's just kind of more of a measurement of the size of the district. And so here's what I want to do instead, is I want to say, okay, which districts won the most number of games per team in their district? So take the number of games that they won in 2023, divide it by the number of teams in the district, and which district comes out on top. And I think this number might surprise you. It is District 10-6A. District 10-6A had 8.4 wins per team. Okay? That is the district with Forney, state semifinalist, Longview, I think a 10-win team, Rockwall Heath, North Forney, Royce City, and Tyler Legacy. 8.4 wins per team. And second on that list, again flying under the radar, there's 2 teams tied at 8.2. 4-4A Division I, Brownwood, Burnett, Lampasas, Marble Falls, and Stephenville. And 13-3A Division II, which I know I've said this on Twitter, I think one of the more underrated districts in Texas high school football. Blanco, Comfort, Lexington, Rogers, and Thrall. 8.2 wins per team. These teams averaged 8.2 wins. I want to say Thrall in District 13-3A Division II, which is moving up from 2A, I want to say they're the only team that had a 500 record. They went 6-6. You have 11-6A coming in next, 7.87, because now we're getting kind of decimals here. 7.87 wins per district or per team. 7 4A Division 1, which is the Salina, Frisco, Panther Creek, Lake Dallas, go Falcons,
Go Falcons.
Paris, Aubrey, Sulphur Springs District. And then 9 4A Division 2, West Orange, Stark, Silsbee, Jasper, Hampshire, Fannett. Very difficult Southeast Texas district. Those are the districts that had the most wins per team in 2023. So now, but that even that I don't think tells the whole story, because you might have won a lot of games, but what about what percentage of the games did you actually win? And so the next way I broke it down was by winning percentage. Plain and simple. Which districts had the highest winning percentage? And here you get even more movement, right? 10-6A still on top. Still the winningest district as far as win percentage is concerned. 686. But second place is 15-5A Division 2. Alice, Sharyland, Mission Veterans Memorial, Roma, and Sharyland Pioneer. They won 68.4% of their games. Then you have 7-4A Division 1 next, 13-5A Division 2. This is not a surprise to me. This is a great San Antonio district, with Bernie joining with San Antonio Veterans Memorial and San Antonio Alamo Heights. Plus, San Antonio Harlandale had a low-key fantastic year last year. They won 2/3 of their games. Same with 5-3A Division 1, Grandview, Groesbeck, Maypearl, Mejia, West, and Whitney. And finally, 4-4A Division 1 rounds out the top 6 with Brownwood, Burnett, Lampasas, Marble Falls, and Stephenville. So these are the teams that had the highest winning percentage there. But there's one more way I wanted to divide this up, and that is, of course, on TexasFootball.com, you can find the comprehensive computer rankings. Our friend Jerry Forrest at pigskinprep.com provides computer rankings for each Texas high school football team. There are 254 6A teams, so he ranked them 1 through 254. Right? And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to look at the computer ratings for each district to find what the computer thinks is the best team. Because, and we've gone through what the computer rankings mean, computer ratings. It's not necessarily all about wins and losses, but it also measures the quality of your wins and losses. And so this should be theoretically a much more, I would say, context neutral kind of measurement of the best districts in Texas high school football. Here's what the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Computer has as the top 10 districts in Texas high school football. Number 10 is 9-4A Division 2. That's the Hampshire, Fannett, Silsbee, Jasper, West Orange Stark District. 10-6A comes in 9th. That's the Longview, Forney District. In 8th place is 3-5A Division 2. That's the Arlington, Grapevine, Colleyville, Heritage, Mansfield, Timberview District. 7th is 7-4A Division 1. It's Aubrey, Salina, Frisco, Panther Creek, Lake Dallas, go Falcons. Paris, and Sulphur Springs. At 6, you get a district we haven't talked about yet. We've not mentioned 14-3A Division 2. But that is a district with Tidehaven, state finals from a year ago, Vanderbilt Industrial, East Bernard, Bowling. Tough district there. They come in 6th. In 5th, 15-6A I should say. Remember, that's the district that's the Klein and Tomball schools being joined by the Magnolia schools, Magnolia and Magnolia West. It's a tough district. Another district we haven't talked about at number 4 in 12-4A Division 2. And this was one that I think off the dome I would put in the top 5 simply because it's that Central Texas District of Doom. China Spring, Loretta, Waco La Vega, Waco Conley. You add in Gatesville and Robinson. Number 3 is 12-3A Division 1, another district we haven't talked about. Columbus, Hallettsville, Hempstead, Hitchcock, Yoakum. Loaded. For 5-team district, they may not show up on a lot of other things, I think because I'd say, but Hempstead kind of brings down the average a little bit. But those top 4, woof. 13-3A Division 2 comes in 2nd. Blanco, Comfort, Lexington, Rogers, and Thrall. And I think no surprise, according to the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Computer, the toughest district entering 2024, based on what they did in 2023, is 11-6A. Duncanville, DeSoto, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, Waxahachie. To me, when I was doing this math for Math Tuesday, this felt right. None of these necessarily felt out of order, and this does feel like a pretty good measurement of the districts of doom heading into 2024. What do you think is the district of doom? Let us know in the comments, Facebook, and YouTube. And that's it for Math Tuesday.
Math Tuesday.
Thank you, VNI.
Yep.
Let's go over to VNA Moreno for America's second favorite segment. Final thoughts. What do you got, VNA?
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's Day coming up. Valentine's Day coming up.
It is. What are we planning for our dates?
Yeah, for me?
Oh, yes, for you.
Are you
Yes,
asking
yes,
me
yes,
what
for
I'm
you.
planning for
you.
Valentine's Day? This is actually a safe space because I know my wife would never watch this show. I don't know yet. I think we're going to... Oh, she got... when you have kids, Valentine's Day gets real, like... It's just another day, even though it's my wife's favorite holiday. But she did get heart-shaped pasta that we're going to make for the boys. And one of the things that my wife does, and this is very cute because she's a great mom, every day she has these little cutout hearts, like paper hearts, and she will write like an affirmation for each of our boys.
My heart.
And put it on their door, put it on the door of their room. So then, like now, so each day in February, so now there's going to be 6 on there. And I've done a couple too. I'll be like, you are smart. Or like you are fun.
You are kind.
You are funny. Exactly. All these things like
strong.
you're a great big brother. Stuff like that. And put them on their door and stuff like that. So that's something that she does for Valentine's Day.
That's
what am I
cute.
doing for Valentine's Day? I don't know. Probably trying to make sure I don't sleep on the couch. That's what I'm trying to do.
That's okay, though.
No, sleeping on the couch is not okay. Let me tell you, that's not good. Like I like
Just
my couch.
not
but
on Valentine's Day.
not on Valentine's Day. Yeah. Anyway, VNA, how do you feel like this went?
A little shaky.
No, I don't think so. I think you nailed it.
I'll see y'all Friday.
I'll give you an A-.
Okay. Just a couple little quirks.
A- for a first trip? My goodness. Fantastic.
Go
That means
Falcons,
that
go
means
Big Green.
that means there's room to improve, and yet already top of the class.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm glad you guys could have me.
Thanks for
I'm glad I could be here.
and you'll be back on Friday. Good job, VNA. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at texasfootball.com. For VNA Moreno, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please come get your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you tomorrow on Texas Football Today.